Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's going to be a very controversial topic. We're going to talk about clones and the place I think they play in our community, especially for people inside of the UK or Europe or other countries which don't have access to brick and mortar shops where they can possibly get the chance to handle the knife before buying it. I think the lack of brick and mortar shops is what drives a lot of the sales of clones. Now, this is a clone that I got gifted by Paddy Potato Peelers, an amazing guy. This is a Benchmade proper clone, and without this knife, I would have never known A, that I like my Carter, B, that if this is a true one-to-one copy, like true one-to-one, exact copy of the knife, fits my hand perfectly. I wouldn't have known this. Now, for me, I think they play a role. I think there is a role to be played with these. Do I agree with them fully? No. Do I think there's things we can do in this country to prevent the sale of clones? The same around Europe, around maybe Asian countries. I haven't got the full information whether Asian countries or African countries have access to brick and mortar shops where they can buy these knives beforehand. I just know what with England, I know that there's not a lot of shops near me here in Liverpool, in the United Kingdom, where I can go and handle one of these. Or I can go and handle a certain knife before buying it. Now, the clones versus, I don't know, you define it as like a copy, characteristics of one knife looks, exactly the same, but isn't like got like this, like the Benchmade butterfly. This would be like, I think this is what you'd consider a clone. Exact copy, right? Now, do I think it would have been better for them to leave off Benchmade and just put it in the title of the sales thing, Benchmade proper clone? They should have advertised it. They should advertise it directly as that. I think that'd be perfectly fine, because then you know what you're buying straight away. You know the reason you're buying it, because there's two type of people that buy these. There's people who are going to buy this, fall in love with the blade shape, fall in love with the scales, find out all they can about the exact one-to-one, and then go buy the real thing. Because usually clones have inferior materials than the genuine one. I know for me, having this, which is a knife I truly love, that I am going to go and buy a genuine one when I have the money. It's the only reason I don't own a genuine one at the minute after receiving this. It's because I don't have the money. I think there's many reasons for it. I think people who don't have money are going to want to buy a clone so they can get a feel for the knife and then save up their cash and buy a genuine one. Then there's people who have the cash for a genuine one but don't want to risk spending the high amounts of money to buy it in case they don't like it. Then there's people who are never going to buy the real one, who just want a copy to enjoy this knife and be like, oh, now I've experienced what this person's experienced. I know what a Benchmade proper feels like. I think those are some of the genuine reasons. I think, as well, I truly believe that clones should be marketed as clones. There should be no shame, stigma, or ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think it should be, hey, this is a clone. Voila, here it is. It's an exact one-to-one copy, just with lesser materials. Do I think that instead of letting Chinese companies make the clones, maybe Benchmade could make one with lesser materials. Maybe. I know for me personally, if I've got a knife with lesser materials, like for example, my UK PK, I did buy the S110V version first, but if I would have bought the BD1N version, then it would have been like, well, I want the better quality one. Boom. But that's just me. Like, if I buy a knife and they make a better quality version of it, I'm gonna eventually want the better quality version of it. Here's a prime example, and this is why I think companies should make the exact same knife for cheaper with lesser materials, is because I own. Let me open it. I own this, the MKM Farah. They make a knife with better quality materials, not blade material, better quality handle material, for sure. They make one with a titanium, with a stonewash blade, with a pocket clip. Now, would I rather have that version than this? Yes. Will I eventually own that version? Yes. If you just get my point on that, please let me know, because I feel like I'm sounding like an absolute idiot when I say that. But I truly believe it. I truly believe companies, if they want you to buy an expensive version and don't want you to buy a clone, they should make a version which is with lesser materials. I truly believe that. I think that could solve the clone issue right there. Another one that could solve the clone issue is if we had more brick and mortar stores around the country where we could go and handle these knives, and fall in love with them there. Oh, I'm trying to think of more points on this, because truly I'm speaking my mind truly, but I want to make sure you get my point, that I'm not fully like endorsing these, but I'm just saying they have a place, and that if companies don't want these about, and if you guys don't want these about, then hey, there's things we can do about it. In some cases, there's not. Like, for example, a very good example for me is the Borka Stitch. That's my Grail lock knife, the Borka Stitch. I haven't found any companies selling the Borka Stitch that ship remotely to the UK. I wouldn't know how to get my hands on one to begin with. Right? So, they sell a clone version on AliExpress. I've thought about getting it. It doesn't say it's a Borka Stitch, but it's the exact same shape. It's supposed to be the exact same size and everything. Doesn't have the Borka logo on it. And I'm thinking of buying that. And then, if I can, eventually one day, get the genuine version. I think that is a valid reason for buying that knife. I think there's many valid reasons for these, and I think people who say that clones don't have a place just come from a different understanding, come from a different mindset of it. For me, my mindset in this is, will I be able to own this knife? Will this knife lead me to wanting the real thing? Now, if you have any opinions on it, please leave it in the comments. I'll try my hardest to get back to reply to the comments, but just know, I don't want super negativity. Constructive criticism, just speak your mind. Just please don't be mean in the comments. I really want to have a discussion about this. I really do, because like, I want to learn more about clones. I want to learn more about why companies don't make the genuine version with lesser steals and stuff. I'd love to learn and hear from you all. This has just been me rambling for a little bit about clones, because I've seen a lot of videos, people discussing this, and I wanted to just weigh in with my opinion, and hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks. Bye.